on the last video.
Commander Shepard has been recovered. The Lazarus Project will proceed as planned.
Welcome back everyone, AnthWolf here with even more Mass Effect 2. See, from the previous video, well, you saw what happened. And we're undergoing the Lazarus Project facial reconstruction, where we can choose our appearance once again. Even if we had imported a character from the original game, if we decide to change it again, we may do so. Let's accept the imported / default face. Choose class enhancement procedure. This again if you weren't happy with your military specialization from the original game, or say you didn't actually import a save. This is where during the Lazarus Project, the organization that is doing so, or undergoing the project with Commander Shepard here, can specialize him in certain ways. If you weren't a biotic prior to the events of this game, well, the organization would find a way, shall we say. We are quite happy to remain a vanguard. I hope that the organization don't mess with my internals too much. Vanguards are outfitted with the L5N implant, enabling them to perform a biotic charge that strikes the opponent with incredible force while bringing the Vanguard in close for short-range combat. Their specialist powers are the biotic charge, pull and shockwave. They specialize in shotguns, heavy pistols and submachine guns. They have specialized ammunition training, incendiary ammo and cryo ammo. Vanguards are feared for the high-risk, high-reward combat style, closing quickly on enemies and destroying them at close range with weapons and biotic abilities. Review our personnel records. Of course, we are Shepard. We were a spacer. Our parents, we grew up on various ships as our parents, who were both in the Alliance Navy, moved around from assignment to assignment. We were a war hero. We rallied civilians on the planet Elysium from a organized group of slavers and pirates, holding the line until the Alliance could reinforce and destroy the operation from orbit. And we were known as the hero of the Skillian Blitz, I believe it was known as. And of course, Vanguard is our specialized military training class. Once you confirm your character is complete, you will be unable to change any settings. That's absolutely fine.
He's reacting to outside stimuli, showing an awareness of his surroundings. Oh my God, Miranda, I think he's waking up.
Damn it, Wilson. He's not ready yet. Give him the sedative. Shepard, don't try to move. Just lie still. Try to stay calm.
Heart rate's still climbing. Brain activity is off the charts. Stats pushing into the red zone. It's not working.
Another dose. Now.
Heart rate dropping. Stats falling back into normal range. That was too close. We almost lost him.
I told you your estimates were off. Run the numbers again. Wake up, Commander. Shepard, do you hear me? Get out of that bed now. This facility is under attack.
Wakey wakey.
Your scars aren't healed, but I need you to get moving. This facility is under attack.
Wonderful. What have we woken up into?
Locker on the other side of the room. Hurry! Grab the pistol and armor from the locker.
Okay. As the subtitles say, that's Miranda. Obviously we're getting a lot of pop-ups right now, because as we import our character, our actions in that game reflect and give us certain bonuses for having achieved so much. Now, she's going to keep shouting at us until we actually grab our weapons and armor, so let's go to the weapons locker. So let's do that.
This pistol doesn't have a thermal clip.
It's a med bay. We'll get you a clip from... Damn it! Those canisters by the door are going to blow. Get behind cover now.
So let's do this at least.
Down, Shepard. Shield yourself from the blast. Someone's hacking security trying to kill you. Look for a thermal clip for your pistol.
Now hopefully she'll be quiet. We'll wait. We'll wait and see. Give it a moment before I start talking about things. Yes, no. God damn it. Fine.
Looks like they set up a barricade to try holding the mechs off.
We'll get some of this tutorial out the way.
Look out!
And our first enemy, a hacked mech. Now, we'll deal with him just traditionally.
Keep moving. We need to get to the shuttles.
Okay. I think we may have a moment's calm now. So, welcome to Mass Effect 2, everyone. Our protagonist, Commander Shepard, he's looking a little worse for wear, as you can see from his facial features there. He has a bit of glowing going on due to his unorthodox, almost want to say resurrection, due to what happened to him when the Normandy was destroyed by that unknown cruiser. But yeah, obviously the game camera, even on low sensitivity, pans really quickly. It's a bit annoying. But obviously this is the main game engine. We walk around in third person. Obviously we can holster and draw our weapon. We have a various quick bar at the top. Is V... in the original game, V used to make that quick bar disappear. If I hold onto left select, obviously it pauses the game into a tactical mode, where we can move various abilities around ours and our squad mates who we'll end up having later on. Whereas in the original game we could only pull our own abilities, I believe, anyway. So, let's go into the various options we'll be going into. Let's quick save first of all. Game saved. That fades away. So, if we escape out, here's the mission computer. So we have this annoying alarm blaring in the background, I apologise. We have various resources, our credits, the in-game currency of Mass Effect. Medigel to heal and use the Unity ability, I believe it is. Heavy weapon ammo. In this game, there are heavy weapons, various different ones, whereas in the original game there was a grenade launcher. And you could customize the upgrades that the grenades may have, whether or not they did a certain type of damage, if they produced a higher yield explosive, things like that, whereas in this game, heavy weapon ammo is universal. You may have noticed, obviously, we have ammunition in this game. Whereas in the original Mass Effect game, we had infinite ammo, but the weapons were prone to overheating. Let's have a look at the codex. You know what? I'm curious how that works. Weapons and armor. Maybe that tells us. Mass accelerators. No? Technology. Biotic training, computers, drones. It'll probably be here somewhere. But yeah, weapons used to overheat, and they now use a universal ammunition known as thermal clips. You can kind of see one glowing in the distance there. I think there's one next to me as well. I think each weapon has a different maximum ammunition count. I don't think all the weapons are universal. I think each weapon has its own maximum limit, so you're not using the same clip for each. If you run out of ammunition, say for your pistol, you can switch to your shotgun, and even though you've used all the ammunition for your pistol, you'll still have ammunition for your shotgun. Strangely enough, I know, but it's the Mass Effect universe, we just have to live with it. Okay, let's go back into the UI here. Obviously options, let's not worry about that just yet. We have the codex, which we had a brief look at, we'll just mark them all as viewed. This is kind of like your encyclopedia. If you want to know about particular council races, yeah. If you want to know more about the lore of the Mass Effect universe, this was also featured in the Mass Effect universe, the original game I should say. I didn't really look at it too much, but if there's any new information, it will pop up in our codex. And sometimes it may be useful to do, sometimes it may not. We have a map which we can't look at right yet, it's greyed out. We have our journal, which tells us our missions and assignments. At the moment we just need to, well, we were meant to save Joker. That was our first mission, and, well, we did it. Joker has been saved, but the Normandy has been destroyed, and it looked like we were vented out into space. That didn't work out too well for us. Obviously we can quit, we can save. This is the squad menu. Obviously we can only look at Shepard right now, who, due to importing the save, we start at level 3, whereas I think normally you would start at level 1 and work your way up from there. But we did gain 2,000 experience for importing our character. I think it was due to him being level 50, but I could be mistaken. Obviously, how much experience we need to level up, our current health, and our current barrier strength. As a Vanguard, rather than have kinetic shields, we have a barrier, a biotic shield, rather than using a kinetic shield that enemies need to break before they start damaging our health. And this is important because the stronger our barrier, the less likely we're going to die horribly. And these are various talents. The talent tree, now known as the powers tree, is a lot smaller than it was in the original Mass Effect. This game, it seems to be more focused towards action rather than the role-playing, at least in talents, which is kind of a shame because the original Mass Effect had the best sort of talent tree, at least in my personal opinion. The powers, basically when you can unlock them, scale. I have 4 points to spend right now. I have incendiary ammo rank 1, charge rank 1, and obviously we can put points into assault mastery. Because we have incendiary rank 1, if we want to get incendiary rank 2, which will increase its damage, I believe. Fire damage 20% over 3 seconds, 30% fire damage. It will cost us 2 squad points to unlock. Pretty straightforward. Whereas Assault Mastery rank 1 of course only costs 1. Costs 3, costs 4. Pretty straightforward, I know. But best to get out of the way now. And obviously, I think the final tier, normally, I think for at least Assault Mastery, you can choose 2 different final traits, and you can only choose one of them. Same with, yeah, all the same. So, with our first 4 points, let's have a look at our abilities actually. The incendiary ammo burns through armor, sets enemies on fire, and damages health. We have the cryo ammo, which we haven't unlocked yet, but that freezes enemies, allowing you to shatter them with gunfire or biotics. We have the biotic charge. Using a damaging shockwave, ram into an enemy with incredible force. We have shockwave. Throwing biotic shockwaves, they topple enemies in your path. It requires to have charge rank 2, so that's good. We have pull. Requires shockwave rank 2. Levitates enemies, rendering them helpless while they drift towards you. And finally, Assault Mastery. Be faster, fiercer, and more powerful on the battlefield. Assault Mastery is kind of a universal trait to unlock, whereas these are all individual powers. Obviously, we'll probably be making liberal use out of charge, because that's kind of the Vanguard's go-to ability, and it gets really good later on. You envelop yourself in a Mass Effect field that launches you at an enemy, bodily hitting them to damage and knock them back. Has a 6-second recharge time, you have a 40-meter range, and it tells you your impact force. Your charge now hits with increased force, and the mass field is retained briefly to shield you from incoming fire. So, we get 50% of our maximum shields that remains up for an extra 4 seconds. And also it is more damage on our direct hit. We probably want to put some points into Assault Mastery right now. It increases our overall health, our weapon damage, our power recharge time, and obviously we have, as I mentioned, the morality bars, Paragon and Renegade. At the moment, due to my choices in Mass Effect 1, we already have some of the Paragon bar filled up, but increasing Assault Mastery actually increases our what used to be known as Charm and Intimidate, our ability to open or unlock more dialogue options. So, as you can see, it went up slightly, and we're going to increase it slightly again. We have only 1 squad point available now, but that's absolutely fine. Well, obviously we'll keep that 1 spare, we don't need to spend them all at once. Okay, so there's our barrier. If it's blue, it normally means they have a kinetic shield, purple is barriers, and red is their health. Obviously we only have our M3 Predator heavy pistol right now. Obviously we will find other pistols later on. I've switched my abilities over to buttons I will most likely be pressing, and we're actually going to turn on incendiary ammo, because why not? And obviously you see our weapon reflects that it actually has incendiary ammo equipped now. Okay, let us be on our way. A lot of information, I know, but it's worth getting out of the way, and then we don't have to do it again.
Shepard, security mechs are closing in on your position. Take cover.
Okay.
Don't take any chances. Stay in cover while you take out those mechs.
So why are these hacked mechs trying to kill us again?
Excuse me. System damage. Authorized for lethal force.
No, let's show off the biotic charge, shall we? So our barrier went down there, but yeah, we can go through solid objects. You see our barrier recharging over time. Oh, hello.
Nice work, Shepard.
Well, that was awkward. Must have shot the weapon out of his hand. Didn't think that was possible. fun. Oh god.
More reinforcements heading your way. Grab the grenade launcher off the security officer's body.
How do you know there's a grenade launcher on the floor? Just curious.
Here come the mechs.
You can select our grenade launcher. Aha.
We've been spotted.
Hostile forces have engaged.
Can't reach the target.
Rerouting power. System failing.
Oh, aren't you adorable? Oh,
Take the elevator down one floor.
oh, great. I wish I hadn't done that now.
Hurry! Get to the door. Run! You're doing great, Shepard. Head to the next room and I'll try to meet you. Shepard, read me. I've got them closing in on my position.
Wonderful. Oh. Cerberus laptop. Cerberus, if you're unfamiliar, are a human organization. They are mentioned a few times in the Mass Effect original title. Never in a good way either.
Progress is slow, but subject shows signs of recovery. Major organs are again functional, and there are signs of rudimentary neurological activity. In an effort to accelerate the process, we've moved from simple organic reconstruction of the subject to biosynthetic fusion. Initial results show promise.
And that was Miranda. We saw her in the initial cutscene as well. We have a wall safe. Oh, another data log.
Log update. The cost of this project is astronomical. Over 4 billion credits so far. But nobody seems to care that we've gone over budget. I don't know where the boss gets all his money. Maybe it's better not to know. I just wish he'd kick a little more in my direction once in a while.
I see. And we have a wall safe. Highlight individual nodes to find matching symbols. When you found 2 matching symbols, select them to complete the circuit. Complete all circuits before you run out of time to bypass security. Okay! Hacking minigame. Okay. There you go, nice and easy. We gained 975 credits, which you'll notice was actually on the timer in the top right hand corner. I think the timer can run low or run out, and then you just earn less credits. I think so anyway, I could be wrong. It won't always work like that though, sometimes it will run at a time and lock you out of the safes entirely. Hey! That was a little bit overkill, wasn't it now?
Log update. I can't figure Miranda out. As project director, she should be ecstatic at all the progress we've made. But she's still the same old Ice Queen. Maybe she's worried Shepard might become the new favorite. Or maybe she is just a pure cold-hearted bitch.
Yeah, Wilson was the other person who we heard somewhat saw when we woke up unexpectedly.
Start him up! I've got him! Shut on target!
System failing. Rerouting powers have engaged.
What are you doing here? I thought you were still a work in progress.
Are you with Miranda?
Yeah, sorry. I forgot this is all new to you right now. I'm Jacob Taylor. I've been stationed here for...
Hostiles detected.
Damn it! Things must be worse than I thought if Miranda's got you running around. I'll fill you in, but we better get you to the shuttle first.
I know this isn't the best time, but I'm sick of stumbling around when I don't know what's going on.
Fair enough. I'll give you the quick version. You and your ship were attacked and destroyed. You were killed. Dead as dead can be when they brought you here. Our scientists spent the last 2 years putting you back together. You've been comatose, or worse, that whole time. Welcome back to your life.
I'm having some trouble wrapping my head around this.
Yeah, I can imagine. The Alliance officially declared you killed in action. The whole galaxy thinks you're dead. And if we don't get to those shuttles, they'll be right.
Were there any other survivors from the Normandy?
I'll tell you what. You help me finish off these mechs, and I'll play 20 questions with you all day. We're low on thermal clips, but I'm a biotic. Just give the order when you want me to hit them with the good stuff.
Combat systems engaged.
Okay, we have Jacob Taylor in our party. He also has incendiary ammo, which is already equipped, and he has the pull ability. Levitates enemies, rendering them helpless while they drift towards you.
Falling back.
Backup systems engaged.
Okay. I promised I'd answer your questions. What do you want to know?
You said they spent 2 years rebuilding me? How bad were my injuries?
I'm no doctor, but it was bad. When I first saw you, you were nothing but meat and tubes. Anywhere else, they'd have put you in a coffin. But Project Lazarus was different. Cutting-edge technology.
What can you tell me about the project? Were there other test subjects?
Project Lazarus only had one subject. The whole point was to bring you back. Just you. Even that was a challenge. 2 years. All the top scientists. The best technology money could buy.
What do you mean? Cloning? Cybernetics?
I don't know the details. You'd have to ask the scientists. But I'm pretty sure you're not a clone. They wanted to bring you back exactly as you were. You're still you. You just might have a few extra bits and pieces now.
Interesting. Well, who are you anyway?
What's your job here?
Depends on who you ask. Technically, I'm Miranda's top lieutenant. But I'm just a soldier. I served 5 years in the Alliance before this. Now I'm in charge of the station's security. Usually a lot more dull than this. Normally I don't fire my gun unless it's target practice.
You mentioned being Miranda's top lieutenant, and we've heard about Miranda.
When I first woke up, someone named Miranda was talking to me over the radio. We lost contact just before I ran into you.
Miranda Lawson is the station's ranking officer. She led the Lazarus team. It was her job to bring you back to life, no matter what. Should have guessed she'd try to save you. She's not about to give up on you now. You said you lost contact. Could you tell what was happening?
There was some gunfire and an explosion right before I lost her.
She knows how to take care of herself. But I hope she's okay.
Do you know anything about this attack? Who's behind it? What they're after?
Damned if I know. I was getting ready for some shut-eye, then bam! Bunch of explosions. Next thing I know, every damn mech in the place starts shooting at us. I'm guessing it had to be an inside job. You'd need top security access to hack all the mechs.
Anyhow, something more important. 2 years ago, we had a crew.
The last thing I remember is the Normandy blowing up. Did anyone else make it?
Just about everybody survived. A few servicemen from the lower decks didn't get out. Navigator Presley was killed by an explosion. But everyone else, including the non-Alliance crew, the Asari, Liara, and the Quarian, they all made it out alive.
Do you know what any of them are doing now?
I don't know, Commander. It's been 2 years. They've moved on. Left the Alliance. Could be anywhere.
They were my team. If they knew I was alive, they'd come back.
Maybe you can track them down after we get off the station. If we get off the station.
That's fair.
What's the quickest way to those shuttles?
Depends where the mechs are thickest. It's probably best if we...
Check. Anyone on this frequency? Anybody still alive out there? Hello?
Wilson, this is Jacob. I'm here with Commander Shepard. Just took out a wave of mechs over in D-Wing.
Shepard's alive? How the hell? Never mind. You need to get him out of there. Get to the service tunnels and head for the network control room.
Roger that, Wilson. Stay on this frequency.
I think I remember a Wilson checking on me one time when I woke up.
That's him. He's the chief medical tech. Answers directly to Miranda. Come on. The service tunnels are this way.
Okay, we have our first party member in the form of Jacob Taylor. Unfortunately named... Ooh, open logs. Yeah, I think this game came out around about the same time, maybe as Twilight. I may be mistaken, maybe by a few years. Maybe it was the second Twilight movie, but that also had a character called Jacob Taylor. So, a very unfortunate name. I don't think I've ever read this datapad.
Log update. The Lazarus Project is about to enter the final phase. It's taken nearly 2 years, but we did it. Commander Shepard is alive. This is the most amazing medical achievement in recorded history. Maybe now Miranda will finally show some appreciation for everything I've done.
Interesting. I think I've always missed that because I was just sitting on the chairs here. Anyhow, so I think this is probably a perfect place to end this video. When we come back, we're going through the surface tunnels. You can put your gun down, you know, Jacob. But yeah, we're on our way to the network control room to try and rendezvous with Wilson, it sounds like, and then trying to get off this station. I don't even think he mentioned the station's name. Anyhow, yeah. It sounds like the place is going to hell in a handbasket, so let's get the hell off this place. But yeah, this of course has been AnthWolf playing Mass Effect 2. Feel free to comment below. I hope you've all enjoyed, and I hope you all take care. And I'll see you for more in the next video. Until then, bye bye now.